Are you ready, kids?
Aye, Captain.
I can't hear you.
You can't scream it. It's too loud.
Oh.
Alright, come on. Clap sync.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 11 of 2xTheGrind. Pretty surreal saying that. Episode
Welcome
11.
back.
Yeah, welcome back. We've had a week off, which is nice.
Nice little reset.
Filled with allergies, so apologies for not sounding super clear and wonderful in your ears this very Wednesday, but I am trying my best to not sniff and sniffle on camera and into the mic. But welcome. Hope you're having a wonderful Wednesday morning. What are you up to, guys? Let us know. What are you up to this week?
Technically,
Having a good
not
week?
be Wednesday morning.
Huh?
It could technically not be Wednesday morning. It could be like Wednesday night.
Yeah, but
could be Thursday.
if you're a true fan,
Could be Friday.
you're listening Wednesday morning.
Could be Saturday.
That is very true.
Could be Sunday.
But it's a Wednesday podcast.
Could be the next Monday.
Ignore him. So it's lovely to be back. We've missed you guys. Hope you had a wonderful week off as well.
Mm-hmm.
Not everyone's had a week off, but a week off from listening to us squabble on about all sorts of things. I tell you what, though, we do have another coffee, our 11th bag of coffee.
Imagine they just took off of work. They're like, no podcast this week.
Bugger it.
Yeah.
We're taking off work as well. Sorry.
New coffee this week.
New coffee this week.
Shout out Kiki.
Yeah, sent in to us by my sister-in-law and your sister, Kiki, Christina,
Soon to be
Truhan.
sister-in-law.
Soon
Soon to be, but not. We already covered this. You already
we
know.
have already covered
know
this.
this.
I just say sister-in-law because
That's what it feels like.
I feel super close
Yeah.
to my
Oh, you are.
sister-in-laws.
Yeah.
Anyway, gorgeous. Look at that coffee back, guys.
Yeah.
Stunning. Absolutely stunning.
Can
It's
I-
a light roast.
Can
Yeah.
I say this real quick?
Go on.
I absolutely. First off, I had a sip of it. It is very good. We'll rank it and
Smells
whatever
lush.
later. But I already like it, and let me tell you why. Read what this says right here. It says it on the front too. But what does that say?
Here.
The side.
On the
right here.
side?
Yeah, right here.
Coffee over cardio.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. We love
That's
that.
a vibe.
There was also another thing, I think. Well, butter my butt and call me a biscuit is what it says on the
That's
back.
what it says.
Love it. So, French toast flavoured. Absolutely gorgeous. The packaging has French toast,
Packaging's really
cowboy
cool.
hats, and cowboy boots all over it. It's wicked.
Let me have a little sip of this.
Have a
Hold on.
sip. Hold on while I read what this is.
That's good.
I love it. Some of these are great.
That's good.
So, French toast. I fell in love with coffee in high school. It's my longest relationship to date. I understand that. Coffee has always been there for me, on the roughest mornings and on the latest nights. Then, coffee kind of got basic and really expensive, but seriously, without 3 pumps of vanilla, cream and sweeteners, it didn't even taste good. After 10 years together, I had to put my foot down. The solution? A coffee meant for messy bun, yoga pant wearing millennials with a little attitude and a little kick. You're one of those. Coffee over cardio, because if you have to choose any one way to increase my heart rate, it's this one. It was made for all the boss babes, focused on self-growth, business, and booty growth.
That's me.
That's you, baby. Boss babe and booty growth, PJ. No, really cool. I love that. I really like a bag with an attitude. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I love it when on a coffee bag, like it gives you a story. I love that. That's cool.
I like the packaging. It's really nice.
Packaging's lovely.
We'll rate it later, but I can respect. I respect a coffee company.
I can already
that
tell you now. So this is
puts
it's
in
a
the
light
work.
roast. It has a sweet aftertaste to it,
Mhm.
even without sweetener or anything. So this is a really, really nice canvas for flavoring. So like anything that you wanted to flavor it with, like cream or coffee or something like that, it has a really nice little canvas to have something kind of funky with it. You can make it into like a dessert or something like that. It's really nice. It's a really nice nice like little canvas.
It's actually, we'll rate it later. I keep saying it,
Yeah.
but it's actually probably one of my favorite light roasts that I've had.
Yeah, same.
It's
I'm
really
not
good.
usually the biggest fan of a light roast. It's not my favorite. But like I said, usually light roast for me, I would make something with it. Like if I really fancied like a coffee, like, you know, dolled up to the nines, like with whipped cream and caramel and like
light roast.
you know what I mean? If you like had squeezy caramel and you put it into your cup and stuff like that, it's perfect for it. Like I couldn't do that with a dark roast. It's not great.
Have you seen the meme going around of someone ordering like their Starbucks order? I took a picture of it to show
where
you.
It's like, give me a strawberry thing and hold the water?
No,
Oh.
I'll show it to you later. It's just, hold on. Actually, I'm going to show you real quick just so you can laugh at it.
I feel bad because I can't share this with everybody on the screen.
You can. I'll send it to you and we'll have it pop up really quick
Okay.
or something. Let me find it. This on today's episode of Why I Want to Quit My Job. And it's like
On today's episode of Why I Want to Quit My Job. Oh, it's a picture.
Yeah.
Item 1.
Look at what it is.
Edward. 5 banana. Extra caramel drizzle. Extra whip. Extra ice. Extra cinnamon dolce top. 7 pumps of dark caramel sauce. Extra caramel crunch. 1 pump honey blend. Extra salted something. 5 bumps of pumps of frap something coffee. 7 add frap chips. Heavy cream. Double blended. And that was a mobile order. Edward, you extra bish. Wow.
Yeah. How funny is that?
Yeah, I can understand that. That's
How do you remember that order?
You don't. You're looking at the receipt going.
No, but like when even like ordering it, how would you remember that?
What do you mean? What, like ordering it? Yeah, he's being
I like can't even remember put like sweetener in my coffee half the time. You know what I mean?
I mean, there's extra people out there, love.
To be fair, it is a mobile order, so I guess it's a lot easier.
I just want to know what that would look like, because that's a mess.
What do you mean? You saw it?
It's half of a dustbin.
You saw it?
Of Starbucks.
What do you mean what it looks like? You saw it.
No, what? Yeah, no. Like, what does that even taste like? Do you know what I mean? What does it look like? Like, what is it?
Yeah, 5 banana.
Yeah, what is that? What 5 banana?
Surely that can't be 5 bananas.
No, it's got to be like 5 banana pump syrup or something. Okay. I don't know.
Anyway.
Because they obviously on the order and the receipt they shorten it. Anyway,
yeah.
Whatever. Why are we even discussing it? Bizarre.
Because you were talking about like.
I know.
If you wanted to do something.
I mean, why are we going in depth? I don't know why. I just have to go in depth of everything. But yeah, weird. Edward, get a grip, love. Okay.
You'll have a black coffee and you'll have a black coffee and like it.
Yeah, poor baristas, give them a break, will you? No, really, really cool. French toast, love this. We'll rate it at the end. Thank you so much, Kiki. We love it. So, wow, we're cooking today. We've got some things to talk about, haven't we, babes?
Yeah, we do.
It's on the grill. We're grilling today, aren't we?
We're grilling.
Chilling and grilling. Now. We're going to do cod first, as usual. I was actually going to mix it up today and not do cod first, but then we had some news come through our post box of Twitter. And
you're on fire today. You really are.
And we got to talk about it, all of it. Okay, so...
Where are we starting with this conversation? I think
we're just going to go with the flow here. So, we're going to begin this story, this adventure, this tale... off with Huke, because Huke obviously was the big news that we didn't obviously talk about last week because we weren't here, but we that was a rough one. That was rough. I think it shocked everybody.
Yeah, it just came out of nowhere.
Shocked everybody, came out of nowhere. It seemed to be little to no reasoning behind it, especially with obviously the the addressing of it coming from Rambo. Wasn't much said there at all. Fair enough, you don't have to tell us everything, but it just didn't seem logical at the time. Still, to me, I don't think it seems that logical, but that's also nothing to do with Fellow and his ability, because he's not even playing the same role anyway, so it doesn't matter.
A little bit.
Why? What do you mean?
It's no offense to him, but it's a little bit about his ability.
No, I know that, but I'm more so saying, like, it's not about him.
No, yeah, you just don't drop Huke.
Yeah, it's more like
most people don't drop Huke.
Exactly, is what I'm saying.
No,
it's more like it's not his fault. It's
no,
no,
it's not. Yeah,
you know what I'm trying to say. You guys know what I'm trying to say too. Anyway, so Huke is out and about. He's floating in this Call of Duty universe, right? He's floating around with the meteorites at the top.
Yeah. And
he's waiting to hit a planet. Which planet? Why am I don't know why I'm talking.
We think we know what planet he's going to now.
Potentially, I don't know. You do anyway. I don't. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I was thinking it could be Mutineers, but I don't know.
It's just rumors at the end of the day. Yeah. But something happened today, which we'll talk about in a second.
Yeah, and now we're like, whoa, hold on.
Yeah. I don't like the move.
No, me neither.
I don't like the move. I have a hard time with this.
I think Fellow played really well, though.
No, but listen, I have a really hard time with this, because I don't see a world where you drop Huke, period. But I also have a hard time arguing against, like, Crim. Like, Crim, like, knows how to win. Like, he just does. He's done it year after year after year after year, and you got to at some point give him some... I don't want to say at some point, because people do, but you got to give him the respect he deserves. Like, there's something going wrong here. But
something like internally amongst the team, something not clicking.
Exactly, and they don't give any kind of insight into what's going on. At the end of the day, I still don't like the move. Even with that, I respect Crim. I respect all the guys there, but it just doesn't make sense to me. And if someone was going to go, unless there's some kind of internal issue, which Huke doesn't, I know Huke pretty well. He doesn't ever strike me as the internal issue kind of person. You know, I mean, this is a guy that was going to give up his spot on Dallas to go play Valorant, so that they didn't have to drop Clay.
Pretty flexible, doesn't he?
So I don't understand what could have happened. And if it's from a winning perspective, I mean, switch roles, do something. But that starting roster was probably as good as skill-wise it was going to get, don't you think? And it's no offense to Fellow, but how do you replace Huke when it comes to individual skill?
And an entire season, because like they literally won.
Yeah, won last
year, and had been together the entire season.
It's just odd too, because like I know that they won champs and stuff, and you can correct me if I'm wrong or give your insight. They weren't like a dominant team last season.
No.
They started off as the best team in the game, went to their first event, flopped completely the first event. They had a really bad Minnesota event. Then they win the last LAN that there was in LA, the OpTic event. And then they kind of went back and forth online. Like they weren't like super consistently winning online. And then I think they won the last two.
Yeah.
And they won champs. And you know what I mean? Like it's not like they were like, oh, they're winning everything. It's not. They weren't like phased last year, where it's like, oh, they're smoking everyone.
Yeah.
So why they felt the need? It seemed like they were just on the same trajectory, but maybe they haven't gotten the win they wanted yet. Obviously.
I feel what you're saying there, but I think like in terms of it, I don't think necessarily like the most dominant team like has to win. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense. Like for example, like taking it out of a completely different context, like like athletics.
Yeah.
Like you might not have been getting the gold medals all season long, but when it comes to the Olympics and you win an incredible race because you've been working really hard in between those to improve, and then you peak at the perfect time as an athlete, and you win. That was them last year. Yeah, and I think that's fair enough. But I just feel also with Dallas, like the longevity that they had as a squad was great, and like they were all performing really, really well. But not only that, towards the end of this quad that we saw, I'm just gonna say it now, I just didn't think Illy was performing that well.
I thought the same.
As soon as I read the change, the first thing that came to my mind, like the split second, I was like, okay, I'm reading a Rambo race statement right now. Who's getting dropped? I thought it was Illy. I really did. Like I thought it was Illy, and I was almost like,
I agree.
I was like, okay, but I was comfortable with it for a split second until I read it was Huke, and I was like, hold on, because he dude's amazing. He's incredible.
He was the best player stage one.
100%
for them.
100%. Kyler is really good.
Struggled a little bit more stage two. I mean, we're talking about a team that got second. You're talking about a team that got second place and then third place. And let's be honest, their third place was them losing to an on fire Toronto, who like now Toronto looks like the best team in the game, but at the time you were just like, they're just on fire. I don't get it, because I don't see the team. Comparing them to last year, like I said, they weren't dominating everything out the gate. They weren't winning every event. So I feel like they were just on the same path this year. And maybe, like, obviously they weren't seeing the improvement that they wanted to, like they did last year, I'm guessing. But, I mean, how do you not change out Illy and Huke, just switch roles? Like what they're having, because that's what they're doing now. They have Fellow as main AR. Why would Huke just not go to main AR? Doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
I mean, you feel the same way, right? It doesn't make sense
from an outside point of view. Yeah, 100%. It doesn't make sense from an outside point of view. But look, the second statement that we've seen Rambo give out is more like, he said, I've been getting a lot of crap.
Yeah.
And it's understandable why, because there isn't a lot of reasoning behind it.
Yeah.
And he said, but look, like, if this is going to do what we think it's going to do, then you will understand why. And I'm like, okay, fine. If that is the case, like you've made this from a calculated perspective, then fair enough. But I tell you what, we can guess for hours, but there's no I'm just gonna
say this
actual point.
I'm just gonna say this because I love Dallas. I like the org. I like every single player. I know Shotzi. I know Crim. Like I really know a lot of people there. This will go down if it does not work out the way they want it to. And now I think the change that is apparently happening, this will go down as one of the worst team changes I've seen.
I agree. So if you've said to me is true, you think is going to happen. If
Dallas goes and starts winning some events,
which we'll talk about in a minute.
If Dallas goes and starts winning some events, fair enough. You know what you're doing. But if they do not win an event, I'm sorry, you messed up big time and made a terrible decision. And I think the rumor, okay, so now we'll dive into the rumor.
Yeah, then this would have been the biggest mistake ever.
The
which
rumor
I think
is
it will,
Hastro, because Hastro loves Huke.
Yeah.
Like, he has made multiple roster changes around Huke. He believed he was their future.
They call Huke Hastro's COD baby.
Yeah, exactly. And he did it. He literally got them a world championship. But I believe he decided not to hold him to his. I don't know anything. This isn't confirmed by any means.
I saw this in like the Dallas newspaper.
Yeah,
the Dallas.
Like I think he was willing to let Huke go where he wanted.
Yeah, he
basically.
was willing to like let him. He was willing to respect his wishes to do whatever he wanted to do.
Because of the situation. Because what could happen, for those of you that don't know, is obviously they're under contract. They could just be on the bench. They could just be on the bench the whole year, and that's that. And like we've talked about this before in past rosters. With Arcities, it's like, I mean, would you just kind of let him sit on the bench? Because now this is what's going to happen. Apparently, TJ Haley benched.
Yeah.
Who do you think's going to replace TJ Haley?
I know who.
It's looking like Huke. Because who else is he going to get benched for at the end of the day? Unless there's some bigger team change going on that I don't see happening. So the starting roster for LATheives, who just beat OpTic Gaming, is going to be Kenny, who's looked on fire with an AR, Draza, Huke, and Venom.
Mm-hmm. That's a nasty four, especially as like I have been.
I'm not sold on Venom yet.
But he's
good.
He's been doing good.
Yeah.
I think Draza was a fantastic addition. Go on.
I said this.
Yeah, you did. You did say this.
Shout out Draza. Congratulations. Because he deserves. I said it when we did the audio podcast, did I not?
Yeah, you did.
I said, how in the world he did not land on a starting roster? I do not understand.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping while we're recording this, there's no other team changes that happen because he belongs on a starting roster.
Yeah, period. I agree. He's a great addition to that team, and it's working. And you know who else I've been really, really impressed with?
Who's that?
Kenny.
Oh yeah, I mean,
he's been lights out, dude.
We said it.
Lights out.
We said it. We said it with the whole AR thing.
Yeah.
He is fully capable. Star players can play any role, and that's what he is. He's a star player.
Yeah, 100%. I literally said it the other day. He's the X factor of that team at the moment. Like, I feel like they are playing their best Call of Duty when Kenny's like on point.
Yep.
Like I feel like he's the X factor. If it is true and Huke does go on to LATheives,
this is the problem, right?
Wow.
This is the problem with roster.
We're seeing a different major. I'm telling
this
you
is
right
the
now.
problem with roster changes, right? Because even if you don't feel like you're winning with Huke and stuff's not going your way, you let him go somewhere else, and now it's like, Jesus Christ, now you have another tough opponent to go to, and look, that's what it is at the end of the day. It's gonna happen, but like, let's be real. And again, no offense to Fellow here, but you'd let Fellow go any day to another roster before you let Huke go to another roster. You know what I mean?
I think you let anyone go
before Huke.
Before Huke, Simp. Like there's certain game changes that you just. It's like scary to let go.
Look, if they end up winning an event, I'll say this: if they end up winning an event, you change my mind. You know what you're doing.
Yeah,
everything's all good. But I don't know if I see them winning an event now.
This is the problem. I think this is like the part of the problem here. If they even if they come close to winning an event, or if things start to pan out for them and start working, that's what they want to, and their internal differences actually start to get settled because of it. Fair enough. But you have literally just created the biggest roadblock for yourselves. Yeah. Like by letting him go, by letting who go to a different team.
You made another team.
Go to a team who, by the way,
look
very good, even without him. Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Not good.
Yeah.
This is you've literally created, could be another LATheives for you. And which, let's be honest, everyone knows they face FaZe and they're like, this is going to be rough. Because like, every time I've interviewed anyone who has even beat FaZe or remotely come close to beating FaZe have said, yeah, we geared up for this. Like, guys, this is going to be really rough. And it's going to be, I think it's going to be like that for that new roster or whoever picks up Huke.
Yeah.
Because it's going to work so nicely for them. I don't know, man.
Damn.
That's rough. Damn.
I really don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. I like all the guys on Dallas. I hope it works out for them. Yeah. I hope they get a dub, whether it's champs or another event. I have a lot of people I root for, but I have a tough time with this team change.
Yeah.
I really do. I just don't see it. But at the same time, I'm not a pro Call of Duty player.
No.
So, I trust Crim over me and Rambo over me any day.
Exactly. But we can only just watch.
Yeah, but
speculate.
I just don't see it.
I know, me either. Maybe my glasses are foggy, but I don't know. Tell you what, should we move on then?
Yeah, well, one of the things we were going to talk about.
What?
LATheives versus OpTic.
Yeah, I'm about to talk about it. OpTic.
I mean, yeah, I guess we could talk about more, but with this conversation now, we'll have to talk more about the OpTic side of it, because
no, exactly.
LATheives...
But I think that it lends to that more the OpTic side anyway, because I mean, I don't know in terms of that matchup in that series. I don't know whether it was more so LATheives looking absolutely incredible or whether it was OpTic being idiots.
Yeah.
I'm like, look, I'm an OpTic fan. I'm an LATheives fan. I'm an everyone fan. Trust me. I just like good
I'm an OG fan. I'll say it.
I know you are.
I am.
Well, look at your bloody chair. It's
yeah.
not OpTic chair.
I'm proud of
anyway,
I'm proud of that chair. There was a couple of years there when
I know you
put black tape over it for like a solid 2 months.
I know you're proud of it now, but I think they were stupid. I really do. I just think they were experimenting with the meta.
I was going to say, are you referring to the whole meta?
Yeah, they were experimenting with the meta and against an LATheives team who, let's be honest, are smoking right now. They're looking good. What? They're heating up.
So what's like... I mean, you have way more insight than I do.
Yeah.
Because first off, you watch it way more than me. And then obviously you talk to some of the greatest minds in Call of Duty, or the people you work with.
Yeah.
And by the way, you're getting there. You're learning. Oh. You're going to be one of the greatest minds.
No. But I'm just good at digging the info out.
Well, that's half the battle, isn't it?
That's half the battle.
So is there any kind of like insight into like what that was about? Like, is it they're just seeing?
Yeah, they're trying something different.
But like, so what do people make of it? Like, why the need to try? You're 2-0 heading into a match versus LATheives. Why are you trying something different? Like, 'cause surely you want to win. It's not like they're doing it because they just don't care and they're just like, we're just gonna test this out. Like surely they thought they were on to something. And was it that bad?
Yeah.
Like by your standards?
Yeah.
You think it was bad?
I mean, Studdy was furious.
Oh, okay.
Furious.
Yeah.
He was like, I mean,
he's
raging.
He's like, why?
The whole series.
Yeah, like, why are you
raging.
doing this?
I mean, like, okay, I'm not gonna lie. Dashy was looking pretty good with Fafar. Yeah. Okay, he was.
I thought
he
Milano
was good. Milano's okay, right? But this is the issue.
7-4U is still so good though.
It's in Milano. I'm sorry, but the Milano is inferior. Yeah. It is inferior. Okay, I understand. Like, look, a Call of Duty pro can make anything look damn good. Yeah. Okay, they can. They can literally pick up anything and pretty much make it look damn good. Okay, but what you've got to remember is like it wasn't just one change where Envoy was like, okay, I'll run a Milano and see how this goes. They made two big changes to two key players. I mean, they're all bloody key players at this point. Two changes in one go against a team that are literally on a come up. And that's where I think it was like, we don't understand this. You are so close to the major. Why would you go up against 100 Thieves and do that? If you were going to do that and you were practicing with it and practicing and scrimming and whatever,
which we don't know.
Yeah, don't know.
They don't stream scrims.
If you were doing that, like for example, Jay said, why don't you do that against London? Why don't you do that against maybe a team that was having a bit of a problem, like that haven't been consistently winning?
Why against one of the top teams in your pool?
Yes, well, exactly. And one of the teams you're literally trying to make sure that they don't do well, or you don't really want to see them in the winners bracket. You know what I mean? Like it's silly. I mean, what do you think? I mean, that's two meta changes, two guns.
I just don't get it. Like I'm just like confused. I just feel very confused by it. I don't have a massive opinion on it because like I've used the Milano like in pubs. We play Call of Duty consistently. Yeah, I mean we play it pretty consistently now.
Yeah.
And I've used it. It's good. I still think the 74U is better. I just wish there was some like context to it. Like I wish like
the only context we got I think was the tweet from Hitch, wasn't it? And it was him and Envoy in the car, and he goes, "Are you going to whip out the Milano this weekend?" And he goes, "Yeah, I might." And that was it.
That was I didn't even see that. See, I didn't even see that. But that's like I'm not even. I'm talking about like actual context, like No,
I'm saying like that was the literal like end. Like that was all the. That's context we got. Yeah.
But like I just wish a player said something, or like sender, like their coach said something about it, because like I'm all for like trying to change the meta and stuff. But I mean, at the
Yeah.
end of the day, like if it doesn't work, you just look like you did something terrible, like terribly wrong, and like threw your match basically.
Yeah.
Not that they threw it, but you know, it's
I
like
just think like it's the experimenting for me. I just think it was the choice of when they decided to. I
Why
just think
are
it was
you-
silly.
I mean, okay, but this is the thing with experimenting, right? With experimenting the meta and whatever. You haven't been like you're not in a position. One, you're going against LATheives, which is a top team, and then two, I wouldn't say you're in the position to experiment because you haven't figured out
Yeah.
what you were doing before.
Well, maybe to their in their defense in that respect, I suppose maybe they're just like, well, it's not working for us on this meta. Maybe we need to change something up. But I just feel like
But,
it was
what
the time and
happened-
place
but,
to
like,
do it. You
but
know what I mean?
I'm just so confused with OpTic because like what happened?
Yeah.
Like
I
we'll
don't know.
go back to stage one, first episode we ever record, right? I'm sitting here. I think I'm predicting OpTic to win the first major.
So I did as well. I
Yeah.
actually did predict.
So it's
them.
like, so how can it be so far-fetched that you need to do a new, like you need to try to establish a new meta? The only thing that I'm hopeful for is that they've scrimmed with it and they've been slapping people in scrims, but apparently that's been a consistent problem for them where this is like this is like info that I get from people from my stream and stuff that follow Call of Duty closely. Shout out A-Train. But you know, apparently they destroy everyone in scrims. But then you get to league match, but then they get to league matches and it's way harder. And to be honest, that's a really normal thing. It's really normal. It's hard.
Can I ask a question? What, like, as a pro player and stuff, you say that that's not. Why does that happen?
It's way more serious, way different. Like,
Do you think people aren't playing to their full potential in scrims properly? Like they're not actually trying that
not
hard?
necessarily like full, like, cause like Scump's gone on the record and said it. It's like in scrims, like he'll just be like gunning people. You know, like he'll just be,
I don't understand.
and then when he,
when
you go to a league match or just even on LAN, you know, all of a sudden it's for something, and it's like, it just tricks your mind, you know,
so is that mentally like draining in terms of like the pressure, the mental pressure? Is
yeah, 100%.
It's a completely different
100%. Because like we would go back to like Halo 5, you know, because I can speak to my own experiences. We would like 13-0 people in scrims, and then when we go to like an online pro league match, we 3-0 mostly, or 3-1 teams every time for the most part, but it was way harder. Like I don't know why, but it was way more difficult.
And from like an outside perspective, you see why that's like a bit strange. I think I understand though when it's on LAN. I understand the difference between scrimming and then
LAN, it goes back to
LAN. Easy. Yeah, do you know what I mean? I understand there's a difference there, but I feel like with now the online world that now we've been forced to live in, I feel like it's a bit strange about, you know, how different scrims really are to league play match. But that's where my inexperience as a pro player comes in. I'm not a pro player at all. Never have been. Never will be. I mean, but you know what I'm saying? From an outside perspective, it's like, well, if you're absolutely rinsing people in scrims, why? Like, surely you've been doing this long enough now for the likes of Formal, Scump. I mean, even Dashy, like now at the moment.
Quite a few years now.
You know, where does that mental block come into the point where it's like you cannot then, like, you know, transfer that onto an actual league play match?
I really don't know. I can't say.
A league match?
I can't say because it's just like, it's what he said.
I'm thinking about league play.
Yeah.
League play.
It's what he said, and I get where Seth was coming from. I think he said this is what someone said that he said, if that made sense. But, you know, it's just one of those things.
I mean, I respect it. Like, you know, you said to me, it happens to pretty much every
but
team.
it's like, it's happened to us, but just like the matches just felt maybe a little bit harder, or like maybe we started off a little bit slower because like we're a little bit more tense. Right. It was never like, oh, we're smoking people in scrim. Like this is the one thing, we'd never like smoke people in scrims and then we play them in a tournament and we lose to them in the tournament. Right. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So not quite as extreme as this.
It's only ever happened one time where we were in a league match and lost to like a legit underdog. You know, it was the EG match that we had, which we had a whole bunch of other stuff going on at the time. That was when we were going from CLG to OpTic, and like it was just a whole mess. But so like every other league match, we really didn't lose to teams that we were supposed to beat. So that's what's interesting with OpTic is like, and they're close. Like they're close to being, you know, to winning.
They're right there. They're literally they're right there, and that was what was kind of frustrating for me to see, because look, I'm rooting for everyone. Okay, I just like seeing good Call of Duty, and I like good storylines. And I think for OpTic, I think, you know, I want them to succeed. I really do. and they are right there, but they're just not getting there.
Yeah.
And it's frustrating. And then they come out with something like this where they literally
just like
experiment.
unfortunate
and I'm like,
situations and like
but you
some
guys
bad
are
decisions.
doing pretty well. Why are you doing that now? And then you take the L. Like, oh,
I think
God.
I honestly, this is just my
know.
unexperienced take on it. I think they're just in their own heads quite a bit.
Yeah, okay.
Because everything was cooking and flying. You were one game away, and let's be honest, you should have beat FaZe in your league match to beating them.
They're quite heavily down on the CDL points now.
Yeah, well, because
Ultra's 4th.
I'm not surprised. Ultra, that's a whole separate topic. But
I'm pretty sure they're 4th, if I remember rightly.
Yeah, I think that they're just getting in their own head a little bit, and I think they're going through ruts, and
Yeah.
I don't know. It's interesting.
I know, but I'm excited to see Dallas home series, coming up this week.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited to see where teams are at this point, because this is the penultimate week before the major, week before. And, this really is the week where a lot of teams kind of try to put everything that they have retained from this stage into practice before their major. And they really, they want this boost of confidence.
We're getting close
going
to champs
forward.
when you think about it.
We actually are. We're actually over halfway through the season.
I don't know what month champs is.
Is it August?
Yeah, it might be.
August, I think.
I don't know. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Is there... Okay, this can be through all stages, right? Good or bad. Or maybe you can answer both.
Okay.
Is there teams or even like a situation or players that has surprised you drastically? I know it's a
situation.
It could be a situation. It could be like, obviously we just talked about Huke, so maybe don't say the Huke thing, but you could a situation or just like teams or players that surprised you. Stage 1 to 3. Anything that really sticks out. Like, did not see that coming. Could even be a series. Anything. Doesn't matter.
There's a few. To be honest,
I figured.
There's a lot. Because quite honestly, this season has been, honestly, from a broadcast point of view, and I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but it's been a season of dreams.
Yeah.
There is so much going on, and you cannot say it's boring.
No.
Because, my God,
no.
There is so much that's happening. There's so many decisions being made. There's so many shocks and crazy stuff to talk about and dive in deeper with. And look, it's interesting, to say the least. There's been many moments, honestly. I have quite a few of them. I think the first one being, watching LATheives come out of the gates, smoking everyone, being miles and miles and miles ahead of everybody. And it's like, I wouldn't say I didn't expect it, but it was literally right from the get-go.
Yeah.
They had literally one pool match right at the beginning at the Kickoff Classic, and then since then it has been lights out.
Yeah, they lost to Florida.
They did lose to Florida. So I think for me, it's more like watching FaZe kind of then start to blend into the rest of the pack a little bit more. And like, look, I wouldn't say that they're average. They're not. They're still incredible. They still got second at the last major, and they're still doing really, really well at the moment.
They'll probably get top 2 again.
Yeah, and honestly, if you look at the CDL points, but they're miles ahead on points as well. But it was just watching. I think it was just watching a team that you were so comfortably knowing that they were going to win every series you were watching. You sit down and it goes to my bracket, I'd be like, yep, bing, bing, bing.
FaZe.
And it was easy. And then watching that kind of just slowly dissolve into more of like a blend into the teams, and teams started catching up. And it was like watching the shock on their faces in between each map when they weren't winning. Like I feel like it was that first S&D that they lost to LAG, Miami, first time they've ever lost Miami S&D. And it was the downfall of their search game.
Mm-hmm.
And like their faces, like they were not expecting it, and that for me was a bit of a shock. And it was like, okay, this has kind of happened last season. Let's see where they go from here. Like, can they continue this and peak? And what are they going to do next? That one for me was like a big pinpoint right at the beginning of the season. I would then honestly say just like some of the team changes, some of the roster changes that we're seeing, the fact that I feel like there's a Call of Duty rookie meta. I think that there is a season meta where you can literally regain by subbing out and bringing in a challengers, amateur or rookie, and bringing them in to have their debut, and they play like their life depends on it, because it is like, it's game changing. And then you're kind of also in a case where you're also not sure then how your team are going to settle. So it's almost like you're bringing in rocket fuel and you're not sure how your car is going to settle afterwards. Is it still going to run okay? Like, you're amazing for the beginning.
Yeah, so you're talking like the honeymoon period.
You're like amazing for the beginning, for the first couple of
that.
matches maybe in that week. And then it's the second week, it's about the longevity of it. And I think that's a really interesting factor when you think about it. It's like how are you meant to calculate that as a team? It's really difficult. But you also having to make these decisions on the fly and think about like where you're supposed to go from there, because like, let's be honest, if you don't get this right soon, you're going to be at the bottom of the pack. You are. Like, heading into majors, heading into champs, you're not going to stand a chance unless you figure things out pretty quickly.
The rookie meta is really interesting to me. We don't have to like talk about it because the episode will go so long if we do. But yeah,
we'll talk about rookie meta next week.
It's interesting though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a really interesting one. I think, like, for me, somebody who's really excuse the pun, this is actually I pun all the time, but this is actually, excuse the pun, I don't mean it, but someone who stands out for me, you know, is Standy. He really stands out. And I think like he was fantastic, and I still think he's continued to be really, really good for this rocker roster. And I still feel like, despite them kind of having a little bit of a downslope post having like literally a massive uprising since having him on, I still think that they're capable. You know, they won their last match. I was really impressed with them and how they played. And I do see that this team has longevity. I do see that a future for that team. So I really hope they can continue building upon it. And then it's the same for LAG as well. So like, we've exactly. Chino has come on board. He's had an incredible debut with them, because I know he's obviously been in before, but he's no rookie. But I do think that they're looking good. It's just about what that future looks like for that team.
Would you say it's not as much of a rookie meta as much as it is just like
fresh legs,
the fresh face kind of coming
fresh
in,
legs,
and
fresh pair of hands. Yeah.
Fresh hands.
They say fresh pair of legs. Yeah, fresh hands.
Because like, think about it. Like, Draws is not a rookie.
Yeah,
Chino's not a rookie, and LHG do look better.
But I mean, we have had like Diamond Con, Paul X, Standy, Insight.
But, you know, like when you really think about it, like with the whole rookie thing.
I mean, look at Insight, for God's sake.
Yeah, but when you really think about it, I think it's what you're saying. Like, struggling teams just not being shy to make the change. But I don't even think it's so much of a rookie thing at the end of the day, because when you actually think about the rookies, Standy, Insight, Paul X, right? What actually led to them winning, or these teams seeing success, actually has a lot to do with other people, not them.
Really?
Like, Insight came in and has been awesome for Toronto, right? But let's be honest, Bance stepping up is the reason they started winning.
Oh, 100%.
You know? Yeah, but it's like, think about it. Methods is easily putting up some of the same numbers as Insight, I feel like.
Definitely.
And Bance didn't do as well. So having someone fresh come in, revitalize that team, and I don't know how the hell Bance just did a complete 180. You know, you look at London, they bring in Paul X, they look better, but didn't do anything insane. And then now they brought in starts with a Z, Zapdius, and they look better. But again, it's not leading. It's not necessarily, you know.
Yeah, I think you can also say, I think for the rookie meta argument, I think like rookies can come in and they also are very willing to learn and adapt, and I think that is something that's kind of like
on the same page.
Important. They are just grateful to be there and be given the opportunity, and I think that they come on and they will fill in that role, whatever you need them to do.
They'll play the way that you want them to play.
Okay, you're coming into a team. We're gonna give you this shot. Play out of your mind. And do, you know, what we need you to do. This is your role. This is what we need. This is what the team was lacking. Yeah. And I feel like they are like, hell yeah, on God. Yeah. I'll do it.
I think, I think you're onto something with the rookie meta, because we've already kind of talked about it. But I'm really leaning more towards, it's not as much about the rookie meta as much as it is just that fresh pair of hands, new face coming in.
But then I think there's also times where you do get a fresh pair of hands and a face, but it still doesn't work.
Oh, I agree.
Because it might be a veteran, or it might be somebody who's played for a while, and they come in and because of the way that they play and the way that they're so used to playing, and obviously like they're only going to do as much as they think is right for them. That they don't maybe adapt as well as rookies do, because rookies are so moldable like that. I don't know,
because they got the skill. Yeah, they got the skill, and then you just teach them.
They got raw talent, and then they can, they are like willing
compared to veterans being a little bit more. Yeah, I feel you.
But anyway, I feel like we already did talk about rookie meta now.
We did. We did talk about it because
I go. Let's talk about next week, and then we're just like rookie meta.
well,
rookie
we did
meta,
talk
rookie
about it.
meta.
We did talk about it before, but then it's just interesting now because the longer it goes on, the more it kind of develops.
Yeah, it does. It's very prominent in
Yeah.
Ollie. It's a very prominent talking point because I mean, almost every team.
I just wonder if
bar
it's.
OpTic
I just
have
wonder if
changed.
it's
And FaZe.
like a work ethic thing or a skill, like is it a skill thing or is it just as simple as like having that new person comes in just changes the vibes and brings it everything, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Well, Kenny seems to think that is a huge part
New
of it
vibes
for him, for his team.
like, and I get that.
I think Huke will bring the same vibes.
But I get that because I said that with the old OpTic turning to LATheives. I said that trio, I don't see them working.
Yeah.
And the reason why I didn't see them working is because they didn't work before.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, what is one new player now coming in? And Temp isn't historic for like unbelievably stat. Like I don't think Temp is coming in. This
Do you
is
think Venom,
stage 1.
it should have been Venom or TJ?
Huh?
Do you think it should have been Venom?
In place of TJ? No, I actually like if Huke is coming in. I actually like them keeping Venom because I think that trio just didn't work. It's interesting because it was working. Like they beat OpTic, right? So it is working.
Yeah.
I'm just glad they kept Draza. Kenny, Draza, keep him.
Well, Draza, you can't argue with that.
No, but
you know.
Kenny, give him credit, has been going off.
Yeah.
I'm glad they kept Draza. I think you really could have chose TJ or Venom to be the third or fourth, but I kind of like just split. Let's get Slasher somewhere else. Let's get TJ somewhere else. Like that team didn't work last year. It wasn't working this year. Everyone go their separate ways and find success. Because it's crazy to think like Slasher's not on a starting roster.
Yeah, no, I know.
But
that's a crazy thing. A lot of people are.
So I'm actually glad if that is the case. I'm actually glad of it.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Have we got any other Call of Duty to talk about before we head into other topics? Just trying to think. I mean, we've talked a little bit about FaZe, so it's like we don't really need to touch on that. I'm just excited to see where they go.
I just need someone to interview Bance and just ask him what happened. I did ask him. I know you did, but like he didn't really give. I need like he did something.
Meditation. He said.
Like did he say meditation?
Yeah, he's been meditating and breathing before.
If I start struggling, I'm gonna start meditating or something.
He meditates and he remembers like why he's there.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
He said he learned a lot from
I didn't hear that interview.
It.
I missed that interview.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you. Now I'm glad.
Worries.
Now I got the answer.
Yeah. And you'll catch him on the cams breathing like this.
Because if I ever start struggling, you will see me doing that. Because it looked like he had a time machine. Like I don't know. Like
yeah,
it's still insane to me. But I don't have anything.
I remember him literally on raid control, jumping out of money room, and 360ing Shotzi in the face. I've never seen anything like it in my life. I was like, this guy's different now.
You know what's like weird though? Yeah. And this is the last thing to say. I can't even remember like what Toronto looked like before they were like really good now.
I can.
You can?
Yeah.
I can't. I literally I remember Bance like not statistically being good, but I don't remember like what his screen looked like compared to like now. I literally just do. You did. It wasn't good.
No. Yeah. It was bad. It was really bad.
So meditation really just there you go.
He's a new man now.
Meditate, people. If you want to be good at video games, start meditating or something.
Meditation is key.
He was close to retiring.
Yeah, no, I know.
And then he just goes and wins a major.
I know.
All right. Anyway.
Dreams can still.
Thanks for answering that for me. I appreciate it. I was really wondering that.
Yeah, you're welcome. Meditation, majorly, like hugely.
I was thinking about messaging him. Like if I ever struggle, like I'm just gonna message the people that are.
Yeah, tell him.
How old is Bance?
I would say in his 20s, early 20s.
Younger than me.
I think he might be younger than us. Yeah, maybe a little bit.
Shit, I'm old.
You're not old, love. Happy birthday for yesterday.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Next topic.
Next topic. I think we should talk about is Halo.
Yeah.
Take it away, baby.
I mean, there's really not an insane amount to talk about for Halo. We talked about the 10K and all that stuff, right?
Yeah, we have. Yeah.
Only good thing that really came from Halo. They booked in the venue for Worlds. We don't know where it is or anything like that, but pretty dope.
Yeah, really cool.
They have now said it's looking like we're gonna have a LAN event.
Did we not talk about this before?
What? We talked about the LAN event before.
Right. Okay.
So I was just gonna say, so like it
but
now.
We know the venue now.
Right. No, we don't know the venue.
Oh.
No.
Okay.
But so I'm just gonna say like, because obviously we're gonna have a 1-year roadmap. That's what they're releasing, but it's just cool seeing them book stuff in now because that means that our timeline's pretty much set.
Yeah.
You know, because like obviously the release date
Things
of the
be
game,
happening.
the release date of the game still isn't published.
No.
We still I don't know the release date, which is crazy to think about. But hearing that the first event is looking like it's booked in, like whatever you want to call that first event, I don't know. But then the World Championship being booked,
first event of the rest of your life.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's what it's called.
The one.
Yeah, it's gonna be called the first event of the rest of your life.
That's true. Yeah, but it's dope. It's dope seeing World's venue booked. I mean,
yeah,
$1 million tournament, probably more than $1 million because they've kind of hinted towards crowdfunding for it.
Yeah.
But I love that they already got it booked and ready to go. Esport Engine is just really good like that.
So good.
Because 2017,
they're UK based too.
They do. Mm-hmm. 2017, our World Championship was really bad. Because ESL like failed to book a venue or something like that. I loved it, but I loved it, but venue wise, it wasn't good. 2018 is really cool though. You were there for 2018,
famous
obviously.
Balloon picture. Mm-hmm. That's right.
The venue wasn't actually.
2018 was wicked.
2018 was cool.
Oh my
2018
God,
was really
2018
dope.
was awesome.
But you know who did?
Seattle.
You know who did that?
Who?
MLG.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's Esport Engine.
Yeah.
So
I'm not surprised.
So the fact that
the walkway of the Chief.
Oh, so dope, right?
Spawns.
So the fact that we're already booked in and we know we got Esport Engine, you know, Adam Apicella, my man, the savior of everything.
Adam's
Esports.
Hard work.
Just excited. Just really excited.
Yeah.
I told you.
You feel comfortable at Esports Engine or like?
Oh yeah.
It's in,
I think
partnership.
they have nothing to do with the game.
Yeah.
But event wise, I think that we are just on the right track completely.
In great hands.
Yeah, because he knows what he's doing. He has a team around him that knows what they're doing. It's where we struggled. Halo 5 was a really good game. The last event of Halo 5, we might have talked about this before, but the last event of Halo 5 had like 70K viewers.
Yeah.
That's for a game with, no offense to them, but Microsoft's marketing at that time was terrible. So for a game and event with terrible marketing, in the last event getting 70K viewers, that's really good.
Yeah, it's really good.
And then like now it's been 2 years of nothing.
Yeah.
But so now Esport Engine coming in, you know, $1 million events, who knows what else throughout the year, obviously full roadmap. I mean, I'm confident.
Yeah, and you just know, like, you know, if Adam's name's on it,
it's gonna be good.
Yeah, 100%.
The event, the thing that they do so great and that he does so great, he just makes the event an experience, which I'm excited for. That's where we're going back to.
Yeah, I love that. That's a great way of putting it as well. Obviously, you know, things have been happening with like the announcements and stuff that have been coming out. The fact that our basement very soon is going to be finished. Mm-hmm. You know, we've been working really hard with it. And obviously we will be giving you a room tour of the basement, but it's going to be so sick because like finally the podcast will have a proper home.
Absolutely.
Because every single week we literally have to move everything. It's a nightmare.
Not ideal.
No. So that's if you ever wonder why the shot is not quite consistent, it's just because we have to move everything. But it'll have a proper home and it'll be wicked. I'm so excited. And then just the gaming setups will be so sick too. Give you a room tour and everything. But with that all being done, the announcements that are coming out, just like even like little cheeky sneak peek announcements from Halo, from 343, for Infinite, you know, just even with Worlds and stuff, and the fact that, you know, there's a roadmap, the fact that, you know, Esports Engine's involved, the fact that, you know, just all of it. Are you excited?
Oh yeah.
How excited are you?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I said this to you literally, I think it was today, I said it to you, of how I just feel like it's getting to that point of like, it's getting closer and closer and closer. I think we're going to see something Halo related at E3. I'm hoping it's going to be a multiplayer reveal and some kind, because they're supposed to announce a beta. So when you think about it, I think, and this is, I don't have any insight to this or anything, but my hope is multiplayer reveal, beta announcement.
Yeah. Oh
and
my God.
Hopefully somewhere in that time frame. Like, I hope it's sometime soon, because I hope with the beta, I hope we get some multiplayer reveal, but I hope we get there. We know there's gonna be a beta. I just hope that there's the opportunity for like a couple flight tests, not like one and done, games out, you know, one time and then you're done. You know? Yeah,
I totally feel you. I'm whipping my phone out because we wanted to continue some of the questions that we were asked from our Q&A. We wanted to make sure that we got...
Are you excited for Halo? You're going to play some
some dubs? I'm so excited.
We were taking over the H3 scene for a while, weren't we?
You know, I feel like this is my come up as a pro. I could.
You think so?
Could.
Might be done as a talent.
Yeah, I really could. I'm just trying to find some of these. Here we go. Got them.
All right.
By the way, FYI, because I already can see this happening in the comments. Yes, I am wearing a Cloud9 hoodie.
It's all right.
I am wearing Cloud9. I actually get sent stuff by Puma.
Yeah.
Who are currently doing like obviously a collab with Cloud9. And you know what? I'm not meant to be on any side. I'm not meant to be a fan of any team. So
It's okay.
don't come at me.
It's all right. I don't care. You know I
cool.
don't care.
It's cool, isn't
no,
it?
it's dope.
It's really cool. But that is also Sentinels. Send me some stuff so that I can actually rep my boy.
Yeah.
Even though I'm not a fan of anyone. Okay. So
I don't
back to the
care.
questions.
Can I tell you why I don't care?
Yeah, go on.
There's 2 reasons why I don't care.
Because it's sick.
Okay, maybe more than 2. 1, it's sick. 2, I love Puma.
Yeah,
like,
me
you
too.
know,
I love
literally
Puma.
love the brand itself. You know, Cobra golf clubs.
Love it. You've got Cobra golf clubs.
That's right.
Puma. Look at that.
Puma hat. So I got nothing against it. And honestly, the other thing, obviously she's referring to the fact that like Cloud9 is one of the teams we compete against in Halo. I don't mind seeing Cloud9 because I just think it's cool having this right here, Puma, with that Cloud9 logo. I just think it's cool. And I'd rep any.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I'm obviously with Sentinels, and that's what I'm repping. But I have no problem with seeing people rep other companies and logos because I just think it's cool seeing gaming become so worldwide. Yeah. You know, and on top of it, I'm friends with the Cloud9 guys. They might drive me crazy competing against them sometimes, but you know, the fact that they're signed to an awesome org and everything, I'm happy for them. I mean,
like you be streaming, you ain't gonna catch him in Cloud9 stuff when you're streaming stuff like that. Obviously not, because Sen all the way.
I just like esports in general.
I know.
You know.
Exactly. But I just wanted to make sure you guys were aware.
No, but like
I'm not just
like
being
I'll be repping
an ass.
Sen. You know, like I'll be repping Sentinels. But like I told you this. When I see other people wearing other teams' gear, I'm never offended. It's like I just think it's fucking cool.
Just cool. It is just cool. Okay, so to a question. Right. Okay. How would you pronounce that, babes?
Favorite tourney win?
No. How would you pronounce the name?
You flipped it. Prater?
Prater.
Yeah.
Prater MLG asks, PJ, favorite tourney win?
Ooh. Besides the obvious, I think I might have answered this before. Didn't I answer this question already? No? Anyway, I'll answer it again.
I don't think so. No,
besides the obvious, like, world championships, because those, like...
One tourney win, your favorite one.
No, I know, but like I don't want to pick.
I already know which one this should be.
Yeah, because you obviously it's just obvious if you know me now. Nah, but I'm saying.
I bet it felt good.
I wouldn't pick Worlds.
Yeah, obviously that's
because it's just like a cliche answer. But it's just like a cliche answer.
Okay, yeah, okay.
My favorite
apart from Worlds.
No, even with Worlds included. This London HCS London 2018, my favorite win. Period.
Why?
1, because of you and me, obviously. 2, just like it was just like a great time period in my life, like with meeting you then is what I'm saying. And then like we just, you know, like winning that event, like having so much success and stuff is really cool and winning so consistently and everything. But that event, like finally beating Splice and getting back to like reclaiming our spot is what it felt like, you know? So going to London was an awesome experience. And then like doing it there and winning the event, like it just, I don't know, it, like that win just felt so different compared to other, like it's different when you're like expected to win, which is kind of like what was happening for a while in Halo, to we really went through a hard time of like, you know, all this stuff happened with OpTic and we took a long break and came back and we're just getting our asses handed to us by Splice.
It was the end of that run.
Yeah, exactly. So like, you know, going through those hardships, you know, losing the third world championship, losing, you know, we got second, but finally reclaiming the spot.
When I said I know what it's going to be, it's not because of me.
No,
it's
I know.
because of that exact thing.
But it just ties in.
Because that would have felt so good.
No, I know, but like professionally that, but then even it's funny because it all just ties in together.
Yeah.
Because professionally and personally, it just all tied in together to be like just an awesome event.
He also asked.
Went to Disney too.
We did.
We won.
Paris. LVP. He says, favorite esport to watch that you haven't been a part of.
Ooh, you've been in a lot of esports.
I've done a lot of esports, to be fair. I've been around.
Valorant?
I don't watch Valorant. I don't. Like,
I mean, think about it. That you haven't been a part
no,
of.
but like, what's my favorite to watch? Like, when have you ever seen me watch Valorant?
You watch it with me.
No,
Okay.
I don't.
All right,
I do not watch
All right,
Valorant.
fine. Pick
Even
one
though,
then.
look, I just haven't watched it.
Yeah.
That's all.
Well, you're busy. So. What would you pick then? I was
So-
trying to help you out.
No, I know, but I'm gonna be honest. Like, you're just not gonna catch
No, I
me
thought that
sitting
might.
down
I
watching
thought that
Valorant.
might be an answer because you've watched it with me, plenty. Maybe not as much recently.
Okay, I would say.
Yeah, what would you pick? I'm actually curious. This is actually a really good question because you've worked so many titles.
Like so many.
I'm waiting for you to pick something and be like, nope, you worked that.
I know. I literally like
Yep.
have been naming in my
Yeah.
head. Like, no, but I did that.
Yeah.
This is really. It's actually difficult because I haven't been a part of it. That part of the question is so hard for me to answer. I guess like honestly, I would say Fortnite. Really, I've never worked Fortnite.
Yeah.
Technically,
Yeah.
never worked
I don't think
Fortnite
you've done
event.
a Fortnite event, so.
And I would say that like, you know,
Have you
I
done a
don't really
Fortnite
no, I
No,
haven't.
you haven't.
But I would say that I don't really sit down and watch it very often, but I
Yeah.
used to watch it a little bit. Like back in I did.
Yeah.
Well, I did.
I know you did, but it's like Fortnite Esports. It's like you look because
I know.
with
but what
your
else
answer,
am I going to say?
no,
Well,
no.
that's the
But this
most
is
I've
what I'm
probably
saying. I'm
watched
not. I'm not roasting Fortnite at all.
Yeah.
Okay, but what you're saying, I think that's what you would pick because you love playing Fortnite.
Well, I wouldn't say
Well, loved playing Fortnite.
Yeah,
that's
previously.
and you
I haven't
haven't
picked up for a long time.
worked it. Is kind of the point.
Exactly.
Because like esport wise,
Yeah,
it's a hard.
Okay, the reason why that is really hard for me to answer is just because I have worked so many different things.
Yeah.
I've worked for a lot of titles, going around and just doing all.
Did you like
sorts of
watching
stuff.
Gears of War? Remember when we had the Gears
I actually
event?
really did. I did enjoy watching Gears of
Did
War.
you say more than Fortnite though?
I was this close to working Gears of War.
You were. Would you
This
say
close.
more than Fortnite though?
Gears.
Like watching?
I've watched more Fortnite than I have
Okay,
Gears.
so Fortnite.
But I did
Fortnite
really
it
enjoy
is.
watching it. But I'll tell you what. I'm just gonna say, I absolutely love watching people play video games. Don't I?
Yeah.
All the time. All the
She
time.
watches walkthroughs nonstop.
Walkthroughs of video games that I
about
probably wouldn't play before. Blah blah blah. That's
Resident
what I
Evil.
love. Oh my god, Resident Evil Village, Resident Evil 8 is coming out. Everybody, who's sharing this love with me? Come on. Get in the comments.
She's not
Get
gonna
in
play
the comments.
it.
Get in the comments.
Just so you
get
know,
in the
she's not
comments.
gonna play it. She's just gonna watch
No,
it.
yeah,
She's
I'm
gonna
just
watch
gonna
other
watch it.
people
I'm
play.
just gonna watch it. Who is with me? I need to know that there's a group of people out there. Where are my villagers? Join me. Okay, Ryan.
Mhm.
Ryan has written in and says for both of us, what are our hobbies
Striker.
outside of gaming? Yeah. Is it? Ryan Chris?
I know.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
What are your hobbies outside of gaming? Question mark. What do I-
Question mark for both. What are
Question
your
mark.
hobbies outside of gaming?
Yeah.
Ooh.
You go first. You go
I mean, now for me, I'd just say golf and working out. I guess are my two hobbies outside of.
I'm such a weirdo. Why?
I don't know. Outside of gaming now, I also like. Okay, I want to know if this is a hobby. Okay, but you know what? It really has become a hobby of mine. Just doing nothing.
Oh my god. I was really like.
Nah, like just like it's not a hobby. Okay, but we work really hard to where. I don't know how to like it because it's not a hobby. So I'd say golf and working out or fitness, like for me. But at the same time, I have gotten a lot better at like taking an hour at night and like me and the pups like just watch TV or something. I'm not saying it's a hobby, but you know,
You're missing a crucial one here that you've picked up recently. Come on, think about it. Now the cogs churn.
cooking. Is that what you're thinking? Is that what you're gonna say?
Yes.
Cooking? Yeah,
Correct.
cooking is another one now too.
Blimey hell, how is it? He has been okay. It's his birthday.
I have
Obviously,
a
his
lot- I have
birthday
a lot
the
of
other day.
hobbies. What do
Happy
you want from
birthday
me?
to PJ.
Thank you.
Everybody. But he has literally been cooking like up a storm, and it's been amazing.
You
You probably
keep
catch on
saying
some of my
that. It's
Instagram
fine.
stories.
It's not, like
Would you just let me compliment you? Will you?
no.
Well, it's been great, and
Thank you.
and he got some new pans for his birthday and some new recipe books and stuff like that from his parents and family and
It's
stuff.
a big hobby now.
It is a big hobby. It's
But
a
you
really
know what I'm
big hobby.
saying about
Yeah.
doing the doing nothing thing though.
Yeah, totally. It's my favorite hobby.
So you agree?
Yeah,
Okay.
I do.
Because
My
most
favorite.
people would be like, "That's not a hobby," but like it kind of is, honestly.
Yeah, but absolutely.
Okay,
It's a great
so you go
hobby.
ahead then.
So my favorite hobbies are, I would say, like just random stuff. Apart from like the obvious, like I used to love lacrosse and I haven't picked up for a while, but that would have been probably, and it is probably one of my favorite hobbies to do. But right now I'm really into interior design.
Yep.
I flipping love interior design. So like any spare second I have that I'm not watching video games or working and stuff, I'm probably watching videos on interior design or DIYs or reading books about it or whatever it is. Love it. And then I would say the other one is drawing. So haven't picked it up for a little bit just because the season's been a bit nuts.
Yeah.
But when I was kind of like waiting for the season to start, I really got into
Did all my
digital
emotes.
art, and
Yeah.
I did all of PJ's emotes.
Amazingly.
And kind of like so if you know what you're watching right now, I actually have done all of the graphics, all our logo, everything was drawn by me.
Well
so
done, Elvie Pizzle.
thank you very much. So yeah, I love drawing. I always have as a kid. So I've picked it up a bit and I thought it was really cool, and to bring it to the next level and something different, digital. So with a pad, it's so cool, so fun. Yeah, I would say that is my couple of hobbies I really like.
You wouldn't say doing nothing?
And doing nothing, as PJ says. I love doing nothing. It's the best. And sleeping. Now, this is for me, again.
Is sleeping, would you
hobby?
label that as a hobby for people?
I would say it's a necessity that I really enjoy.
Okay.
How's that sound?
Yeah.
Perfect. For me, he also asked, who would win in a fight, a 1 horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses? Obviously 100 duck-sized horses. Actually, no, hold on. 1 horse-sized duck or 100 is quite a lot.
They just take over. 100 versus 1. I mean, you're just...
And horses, can they bite? I just feel like the duck could just get his foot and just go bang, bang.
They jump on top
like
of you, though.
flies.
It's over.
Anyway, I'm going to go for 100 duck-sized horses. For, you never
I like
know.
the
They
thought
could
process
all
you
come
get.
together.
I like how like
They could
I
all
like how
come
you give
together,
this so
climb on
much
top
thought
of
process.
each other, and then they could form a massive horse. 100 of them. And then just bang, kick.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're getting too carried away with that. For you, Peach,
Yeah.
which one of you is the better half and why?
You.
Oh my god, you didn't have to think about that.
Yeah, I don't think about that.
Why?
Because it's true.
It says why. Why am I the better half?
God, it's the inexplainable. Inexplainable? Unexplainable. Just the truth.
Basically, he doesn't know and he doesn't want to get in trouble.
No, it's because... No, because you are the better half because you're amazing at everything. You treat everyone... it's just like... It's just
okay.
you as a
I'm
person.
not going to make you do this.
No, listen.
okay.
I will say it. All right? Listen,
You just
don't...
shrugged me off. Did you see that?
No, it's... I would say you because... You've just made me a better person, and that's why I think that you're the better half, because that's how I feel.
Very sweet.
I feel like you've made me a better person towards others and for myself.
Objection. No. You're the better half.
I feel
anyway.
like it's just, this is like a cliche, because
Yeah,
your
we're not
other
gonna go
half
down
is
to
always
this.
going to say that.
Mr. Lima has written in and asked, pulp or no pulp in your orange juice?
Depends on the day. I go no pulp usually, though.
I go pulp. You know why? It's freshly squeezed. I can taste it, and I like some bits.
That's why I feel like it depends on the
in
day.
the juice. Yeah.
Because
I just like freshly squeezed orange. I think it tastes amazing.
yeah, but what if it's not and it's
when it's just
with
pulp,
pulp?
just pulp.
Yeah, it's just not going to be as good.
Yeah.
That's why I say no pulp usually, but depending on the day.
Depending on the orange.
If it's fresh, then pulp.
If someone's gonna squeeze it, then great. Yeah, I'll have it. I'll go for it. Okay.
Why not both?
Wigs is the shigs. Asks for LVP. What consoles did you have growing up? Did you ever wish you could play any games on the consoles you didn't have? If so, what games were they? And then we'll go on for you. So for me, I actually had PlayStation and Xbox pretty early on as a kid, because first of all, I entered a poetry competition that I solely entered to win a PlayStation, and I won.
I never knew that.
So I got the
You
PlayStation.
never told me that.
It was a Christmas poetry competition.
Do you remember it?
Oh yeah.
Your poem?
It was actually about a recipe, like turkeys and Christmas pudding and stuff like that.
It was a poem about turkey and...
About a cooking recipe.
Oh, okay.
Like a Christmas one.
Do you remember it?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay.
I don't, because I
literally
took it to my mum. I took it to my mum and I said, Mum, you read this right now. You make sure it's damn perfect because I'm winning this PlayStation.
She read it for you?
No, I wrote it. And then my mum looked it over and like she was like the editor in chief.
Yeah.
I took it very seriously.
There's another reason why she's the better half, because I would have cheated.
Yeah, well.
Exactly.
Anyway, so I won the PlayStation. Damn happy about it. And then for that Christmas, PJ.
I was gonna say, I thought you were about to say me. I was like, wait,
PJ
what?
and I, when I was 7. Weird.
Like, wait, how long have I known you for?
Okay, my brother and I, we asked for an Xbox for Christmas. So what Jake and I used to do as kids was we would each Christmas or birthday we would ask for one console and then the other one would ask for the different one.
Other one.
Yeah, so that we could have both of them and just share them. And
you
honestly,
get two consoles for Christmas.
Huh?
Like one would get one, the other would get the other.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Shout
out Mama VP
yeah,
and Boss Man VP.
They knew what we were doing. Wish I could play any games on the consoles that I didn't have. Grand Theft Auto. I was never allowed to play it.
Yeah.
I was never ever allowed to play it, and obviously, like, you know, we go to our like big cousin's house. My brother and I would be like this, peeping Grand Theft. Like,
which cousin?
We go to on my mum's side, Joseph.
Yeah.
He used to play like video games and stuff. Yeah. So when he was like younger, obviously like a lot younger, we'd go up to his room and we'd like
he's funny.
game with him.
Yeah, he's really funny. Yeah.
And like I remember playing like an alien game with him, like a weird like alien thing. I remember watching it and it was like, whoa.
But you're never allowed to play GTA.
No, never ever.
Yeah.
Never ever.
To be expected, I guess.
I just feel like it's the one that everyone's like, nah, about parents. So for PJ, do you think you could convince your teammates to go golfing after a LAN event? I like this question.
Yeah, nah.
Can you imagine?
No,
on the course?
I don't think I
Oh
could.
my God.
TJ told me, I don't know about Matt. Chris would. Chris goes golfing, so Chris Wood is our coach. Row one.
Matt with a full sleeve of fake
Matt,
tats.
I don't think so. TJ told me that the last time he swung a golf club, he used to live in like Michigan, and he like had like a really like open-ish field, and he had a golf club, he hit a ball, and I think it like went through his neighbor's window or something like that, and he said, "I've never hit a golf ball ever again." I think like I might be able to convince them. I don't know. For the sake of the question, I could, but could I probably in reality? Nah, probably not.
What was your first COD plus favorite COD to watch, not necessarily play?
Oh, first Call of Duty. Jesus. I actually don't know. My first Call of Duty would have been like COD 4 or, I mean, sure. Oh,
Mine was one for 2.
What year was that? Like, what came before MW2?
I don't know. COD, for me, in my head, COD's such a scramble order.
Okay, so let me just explain, because I honestly can't remember. My first game was Halo 1 when I was 6. When I was 6 years old. Halo 2 obviously followed after that. Whatever Call of Duty was out in like 07 would have been 07, 08 would have been the one that I played. I don't know what that was though.
Is that a Black Ops 2?
No. I really don't know.
I don't know.
Someone in the comments.
But what's your favorite to watch then? What do you say?
Favorite to watch? Probably like Black Ops 2.
Black Ops 2? That's what I was thinking.
I'm trying to think. Like Black Ops 2 is probably one of my favorite. I didn't really watch before Black Ops 2, so like Black Ops 2 is probably one of my favorites. I really liked oh man, what was the one? There was one that I really liked too. I liked Advanced Warfare, even though people would hate on that. Advanced Warfare, Black Ops 3, Black Ops 2. Black Ops 2 being my favorite, but those are like my top 3, probably to watch, I guess.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Hopefully. Last question for us.
Last question.
What are our top 2 vacations we've been on together?
Ooh.
Top 2.
Portugal.
We've only been technically.
We haven't been on. It's tough because.
Yeah, we've only technically.
Portugal is like an actual vacation.
Well, I can literally answer these easily.
Okay, go ahead.
Portugal, and
Disney.
Paris.
What about Disney?
Yeah, Paris. Oh,
no,
yeah, Florida.
yeah.
Okay, well.
You want to tell them?
What?
What'd I do?
Okay, so basically, I was like, hold on one second, what do you want me to tell?
Yeah.
So it was very sweet. So for our anniversary, he was it not last year, the year before?
Something like that.
I can't even remember now.
Yeah.
Was it last year?
Well,
no.
Because of the pandemic,
The pandemic to me is just a blur.
Yeah.
Like, I swear, it's just a blur. Anyway, so one of our anniversaries, he he surprised me by telling me to pack a suitcase, get ready to like walk, chill clothes, comfortable clothes, warmish clothes. Like not warmish clothes, sorry. Weather ready for warm environment clothes. And then took me to an airport. And we got there and I was like, where are we going?
Do you remember we checked in and the person had to like confirm with her that she was...
Yeah, basically PJ had like told them like, hey, she doesn't know where she's going.
I'm like, is there any way you can check her in without
her knowing where she's going?
Yeah.
Until we get to like the gate.
Yeah.
And the guy had to like confirm with me like, hey, you were doing this like with your own will, right? I was like, yeah, he's not kidnapping me. I'm fine. I'm okay. So that was really cute. And then as we're walking to our gate, he told me where we were going. He said, look, we're going to Disney.
Going to Disney.
We're going to go to Disney, Florida Disney. And it was so much fun. Like, I wouldn't say
it'd be between those three though.
Yeah, it was just super fun because like we really we enjoy going out and doing like really fun stuff, and I love Disney. Like I wouldn't say like I'm Disney mad. I don't have Disney anywhere in my house. But I enjoy it. Like I really enjoy it. I've been lots of times. But it's just more about the experience, and it's fun, and you just walk around everywhere, and you can go do like really fun things, and the food's really cool, and Disney Springs is really fun, and then Florida's beautiful. And
shout out Jay and Lex, because they two of our friends recommended where to stay.
Amazing.
And like gave us
I think actually we're probably going to go on holiday with them actually at some point.
So what would you rank them? Favorite two? Would you put, because I mean like it'd have to be Portugal. Has to be one for sure.
Okay, I'm gonna say it's gonna be Portugal and Paris, and I'll tell you why.
That's fair.
And that's not because I didn't love my anniversary present. I loved it. I'd say this is my top two, and like for a reason. Paris is because I fell in love with you there.
Yeah.
So for me, like that's like awesome.
Yeah.
And then I would say say Portugal was because it was just so fun. We literally, I'm not joking. He was visiting me in London. He was at my apartment, and we were just chilling. And one night, I'm not joking, we were lying in bed watching a film, weren't we?
Yeah.
And I turned to you and I went, do you want to go away somewhere?
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah.
Well, because we were...
Do you want to go on holiday?
Yeah, but you remember, like, we were talking about, like, we were trying to find time, like, we were going to go away.
Yeah.
And then, but...
And we were like, why don't we just go tomorrow?
You randomly were just like, you want to just, like, go? Like, now? Like, you know, now? And I was like...
You were like, can you do that? I was like, yeah, actually, you can get pretty cheap flights, like, last minute.
It was super cheap, because to go from... the UK, no, but to go from the UK to Portugal was so cheap compared to like if I flew from the US to Portugal like months later. Like it literally was, it's actually crazy.
It was so fun. I remember literally like it was late as well, and we were looking, and I remember ringing my dad.
We stayed up so late.
It was pretty
like,
late,
up,
even when I rang my dad.
Yeah.
And we were like, Dad, we want to do this. My dad is funny because he's all for stuff like that. He loves it. He's like, yeah, just go for it. Well, just live your life. Go for it. So he's like, yeah, they're dead cheap as well. And, you know, he's really into it, And so he was like telling us all the things that we should do. And like, hey, look, I'll sort out the parking for you at the airport and stuff like that. And it was just, I don't know, there was something about that. It was just, to me, that was so much fun. Like literally 1 second being like, okay, we're just chilling in bed, and the next second we're like, we're gonna go on holiday tomorrow.
Yeah,
because literally we booked it for the next day, but at like 3 in the morning.
2 days later.
Oh,
because we went to
felt like the next day.
Well, because we went to Wales.
Did we go to Wales?
I think it was like 3 days. Yeah, because I think it was like 3 days. Because I think we went to Wales, back to London for like went there for like 2 days, back to your apartment, and then drove from your apartment to the airport.
To Bristol.
Yeah.
Did we?
I'm pretty confident we went to. I'm pretty sure we went to Wales before. It felt like the next
day to me. Anyway,
it was quick.
It was very fast.
No, for sure. Because remember we were at. I remember it had to have been because we were at London, like we're in your apartment, picking stuff out, and then I literally remember being with your dad buying our plane tickets.
Yes.
Like he was like on the computer with me, helping me book it.
Yeah, and it was so much like that. Just to me, it was so fun. Yeah. Like it was like. We were like, okay, we're gonna go.
Yeah.
It was awesome. Like it was just really fun.
Yeah.
So I loved that, and also like another reason with Portugal as well. Obviously, like that's his heritage. Like PJ is Portuguese, part Portuguese, and it was just cool to go there, and like it was just so fun. It was really romantic.
Yeah.
And
it was just like everything, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Romantic, relaxing, got to do adventurous.
Yeah,
Like we got to do
biked all over
like
across Portugal.
that was like one of
It
my
was
favorite
so
things we
fun.
did. Just
Yeah.
like we literally one day rented 2 bikes and just
Yeah.
rode around everywhere. I'd
Yeah.
say the same for my 2 favorites.
And
Portugal,
that's just it right now,
Portugal,
just because of
yeah,
those.
COVID.
But I think like the more we travel together in terms of like actual holidays, because like don't get me wrong, we've traveled a lot together, but then
yeah.
it's not really, there haven't been holidays,
For
it's
work.
been work.
Yeah.
So I think like the more we travel and stuff, I think those will change. So we'll keep you updated
Yeah.
with.
I
if
would have
there's
said
any other
Paris
things.
too, by the way.
Yeah, would you
Yeah.
say Paris?
Because like Paris, it felt like way more of like a it weirdly felt way more of a vacation. Because we did we went to Paris for Disney, but we
Yeah.
also did a lot
We
of
did
other.
sightseeing and-
We did like sightseeing, and then we went back to London. Like it was like just a whole trip
Yeah.
compared to, the Florida trip that we went to for Disney was amazing. It was we had a
That was
blast,
awesome.
and it was just a blast. And we got it was so relaxing at night because we stayed in this like kind of like an apartment complex.
Yeah.
Would you say?
Yeah.
But it wasn't as much of like an adventure as much as like I'd say Paris.
Yeah. It was just super fun.
I remember like getting on the train. Remember like getting on the train like from London. We missed our first train.
That's because of me.
It was because of you.
I did. It's my first time on a Eurostar. If you guys don't know what a Eurostar is, it's the train that allows you to go across Europe from London. And I missed it because
it's so crazy.
it's like a flight. I didn't realize this. I thought it was like a normal train where you
same.
literally can arrive 1 minute before and just hop
it's
on.
so crazy.
Nope.
If you remember this, so we were staying in London.
Yeah.
I was at a hotel. You were going back. You had to like do something. I think you were like working the next morning, and then that's what it was. You were working the next morning, and I left my bag. I had I brought one bag with me, and I left my other bag at a hotel in London.
Yeah.
I almost left my passport in my bag because I was literally packing, and I was like,
You're not sure if you need it.
no,
I know,
because
but
like
to be fair,
in the,
I did not
in
do
the
well
US,
there because I didn't know
no,
either.
but like in the US, like you just don't bring your passport. It's like you have your
It's more common
license, but in the UK,
yeah, like literally.
So I almost screwed it
You'll
up.
see people. I have seen so many people do this. So many people will go out clubbing in the UK, go out to bars, go out clubbing, and if they don't have their driving license, they will literally bring their passport. I'm not even joking.
It's crazy. It's not. I don't know. I mean, you guys can comment if you want, but in the States, I've never. Maybe it's because maybe it's just because I don't know.
Like, I'm not joking. Sometimes if you're like a party animal ish and you stay till the closing time of the bar, well, some of them close at like 1, 2 sometimes, so it's like not that late. And the lights come on in the club, which by the way, no one ever wants to be there when the lights come on in the club. You're all sweaty and gross. Like everyone, suddenly you're like, whoa, everyone looks disgusting. Holy hell. Anyway, you'll literally, I'm not joking, on the floor, see like driver's licenses, a couple
everyone
of
just
passports,
forgetting
couple of
everything.
passports. Oh my god, unbelievable.
Yeah. So I almost ruined the trip though.
Why?
By forgetting my
what?
passport. You didn't
Mate,
ruin the trip.
I forgot myself. I wasn't even there.
It was kind of unlucky.
late.
Okay.
I wasn't late. I'll
Listen.
tell you what, I was there like 10,
Yes,
15 minutes
that's
before.
what I was
You're
gonna
meant to be there
say.
like 40 minutes
Yes.
before.
I was gonna say
They wouldn't let me on.
cut yourself some slack for everyone because
So
we
dumb.
got there 20 minutes before
Yeah.
our
Which I thought
train.
was normal for a
Because
train.
you got stuck in traffic and I got stuck. We both got stuck in
London
traffic.
I left on time.
Yeah. But we just didn't. You have to be there. Was it an hour? I think it was like an hour before
around
an hour before your train. It was still nice though, because we just caught the next one.
Yeah.
And
I had breakfast. Didn't we?
we got to like go get breakfast. Like it was just
Yeah.
like it honestly was kind of like way more chill.
Piccadilly. We went through Piccadilly train station, and in Piccadilly they have the pianos and stuff.
Yeah,
Remember?
it was cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. But anyway, this is going on way too long.
Yeah.
Folks, we're gonna love you and leave you because we've been rambling on too long. But we love you so much. Let us know if you want us to talk about any particular topics. Do you have any questions, any follow-up questions based on what we said? Let us know in the comments
Answering questions
below.
is really fun.
Yeah.
So if you have any
That's been
questions,
super fun.
comment section.
Let us know in the comments below. If you are listening podcasts on Spotify or iTunes, we do have an email. You can write into us at any time you want to, and all that information is there as well in the description. So let us know how you're feeling, what you want us to talk about. If there's anything in particular, don't be shy. I hope you've enjoyed this wonderful episode. Let's quickly rate our coffee.
You want me to go first?
Yeah.
8.2.
Okay. I'm gonna be good. I'm good at this, right? I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Because I like to rate the coffee like based on what it is for.
Okay.
Because I think that's the best, because lots of coffees are very different. So based on what this is for, this is meant to be very sweet and fun. This is meant to be a coffee that kind of resembles a frappuccino type thing.
Yeah.
Like, you know, all the nines, dressed up to the nines, creamy, caramelly, sweet, yummy, just delicious. Like, oh, this is a treat. And for that reason, I probably give it an 8.7. 8.7. I think it's
Respect.
really, really nice. I think it's a great light roast. Like I said, really good canvas for something delicious and yummy and sweet. And I love the packaging.
Coffeeovercardio.com if you want to check it out.
Yeah.
Not sponsored.
Coffeeovercardio.com. If you want to check that out, we'll have the description and a link in the description. So so there you go. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. We love you so much. Thanks for coming on this crazy journey with us. We appreciate you so much. Episode 11 done and dusted. We hope you have an epic Wednesday, and as always,
stay on the grind. Is that right? Yeah.